Today we are back on Gran Turismo 7, but with a bit of a difference. TWR came back with season 6. Was it season 6? I can't remember. We've done so many seasons now. And we're doing variation of different races. And I thought this would be a really, really good race to show how well mixed categories can go on Gran Turismo 7. So it is Le Mans, because the game's that old now that, I think we've got one hypercar, and I think that's it. And GT3s. We are mixed between Pro and Am, and as a mix-up, the Am drivers are in the LMP1s. 90 minutes of us driving around, and the piste de resistance, it's moist. I love it when it's moist.
That's what she said.
The rain, my hair loves the rain. Everyone loves the rain. But most importantly, it's to showcase that Gran Turismo 7 has more to offer in the game than PD actually give us. So without any further ado, enjoy my misery. This is going to be terrible. The greatest start you'll ever see in Gran Turismo. Look at it. Baz forgot. Murph decided that it wasn't a good decision, so stopped, and I flew through to P2. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. The ramming, honestly, it's stunning. But look at this. What a spectacular scene on Gran Turismo. A mixture of LMP1s and GT3s. We are doing 90 minutes of this. And as you can see, I've started on the intermediates. Now, we didn't know what the weather was going to be like because of the way Gran Turismo works with their weather system. You can't check the weather for the future, only for what's happened in the past hour. It's really great, that. Thank you. Now, Chris Maldonado, who is leading currently, as I almost made that corner, he's on wets. And that was it. That was the thing. However, me, Aj Nixon, Mexicals, and McDonald's, he's not going to be my friend. We were on intermediates, and if I'm being honest, this was a very tricky race for me to do. As much as I was excited for it, the heavier the rain got, the more difficult it was. So I had to make some decisions that probably other people wouldn't have to consider. Like, do I actually have or use skill? The difficult one. But coming up to end of lap 1, me and Chris Maldonado have ran away. Oh, I nearly killed him then. You see that spray? Listen, excuse number 1 is coming up. Get your bingo cards out. I couldn't see. And Aj Nixon put it on so it was dark. Little git. But we've been caught up by Mepsi, Can't Drive, Paxberry, and I'm going to get slapped for that. It'll be alright, it'll be alright. You'll see what he does to me in this race, and it'll be absolutely fine. We are catching Chris Maldonado. And one of the good things about the fact that we have Pro and Am, and I don't know how they would integrate this into Gran Turismo, if I'm being honest, but there is a way. We do it. There's no problem. There's 2 races going on, and it just keeps the excitement up. And this is where I feel like people really miss league racing on Gran Turismo 7. I understand why daily races are really important. I understand why people enjoy them. I do. However, there are leagues around that really maximise Gran Turismo's ability, and it really brings it back to what you enjoy most about the game. As I am edging closer and closer to Chris Maldonado's rear end, because at the moment it is intermediate weather, and his wets are not it. They're not it. And this is really our opportunity to go wide. And lose it all. but you can hear the rain. Now, I really, really wish I'd have pitted at this point. Oh, I got that wrong. I know it might have took me out of the slip. Fastest lap. That's hacking, by the way. That's actual hacking. I know it would have took me out of the race a bit, but what I am struggling with here is the spray. I really can't see. And it got that bad, as you can see on the wet weather meter as I go wide, how bad the rain gets. I cannot see. And I don't want to talk about that. Don't bring it up again, right? I couldn't be behind someone in this situation. As you can see, I'm gaining. Now, what I would have liked to have done is bump draft, but I need the visibility, so I need to take this position. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but look at me visibility. It's gorgeous. But yeah, this is what I mean by, like, as you can see, Mepsi will bump draft, and that's what I should have done. But I need the clear. I need clear. I need the clear. Someone else's moisture splashing in my face. I probably shouldn't say that. Someone else's wet weather splashing in my face causes me an issue. And I was struggling at this point. Chris had got it totally right with this. He absolutely balled it down. And we were just struggling. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Sorry. I'll just take this position anyway. Thanks. Bye. As I go off, you can see that I'm just struggling. So it was 10 times harder being behind someone as Aj Nixon goes down the inside and has an aneurysm. He has an aneurysm. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to watch back the pure aneurysm. On board with Aj Nixon, who has the beautiful EDS livery, the zebra. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. I come back on track and he goes to the inside and he gets it all wrong. That was my fault. I do apologise. And this was the problem, because my tyres weren't gripping. I wasn't able to get away when I did get back through. And then I'm stuck behind, and Mepsi was struggling, MC Palms was struggling. Like, we definitely weren't on the right tyre. But what caused the problem when I'm in this situation is I'm having to concentrate on what's in front and Garden Simulator and what's behind me. Now, this point, I was fine. So if I could have kept this distance, but I couldn't keep this distance because even though we had real slipstream on, I was catching, and I'm blind. I'm blinded by it. I'm just seeing his number. I can't see the boards. You'll notice I don't have line on. And this isn't because it's the replay. I didn't have line on. I've gotten really sensitive to light after my surgery, so I can't deal with those flashing lights. So I've had to take them off. What I really, really wanted for my race was to just get away from this point, but because it kept raining, and this is what I mean by I've got to have eyes everywhere, it was really difficult for me to keep like ahead, watch out what they were doing because they weren't braking. I mean, everyone makes that mistake. It's the wet and we all don't know our braking points properly because the conditions are always changing. But I was having to watch the cars around me as I've gone off, and to be honest, I was quite glad to go off and just to let them go, because there was no way I could have kept racing like that. But here comes the problem now. I've got two people spray. And this was really tough, if I'm being honest, because it was just, I kind of had to give up. Because I completely can't see. I know everyone else had this issue. The rain is quite spectacular on Gran Turismo. I don't think the wet physics are quite up there. But graphically, it's astounding. We've got Aj Nixon behind us. These two are squabbling. Just bump draft each other. I don't know why they didn't bump draft each other. They could have got away from me easy. They could have got away from me and Aj. No problem. I've gone off. Instead, we're all together and Chris Maldonado's gone and I've got a penalty again. Look at this. Look at this. Honest to God. How are we supposed to sing? And then I die. It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. Anyway, it's pit stop time and I decided that wets were it because this was torrential. We had red rain, ladies and germs. Chris Maldonado, who led the race from lap 1, come in and pit. Aj Nixon out on the wets where Mepsy still hasn't pit. Anyway, speaking about Mepsy, he's having a lovely time and I know you're all going to appreciate this. He'll appreciate it. So we go around this turn, aneurysm. Oh, that's terrible. I won't make you watch it again. I won't. Aj Nixon pits onto intermediates because the weather's buggering off out into P3. Meanwhile, these back markers, terrible. Look at this. They block MC Palms and Aj Nixon flies through like a weapon. Oh, next week on Back Markers Anonymous. It should be Lap Cars Anonymous, really, shouldn't it? Lap Cars Anonymous. As we see these, look at this. Look at this. Lap Cars Anonymous. Terrible. Terrible. Honestly. Look at this. Now, to be fair, Finn was very good. Kept his line. Absolutely beautiful. It's this guy ahead. Look at him. What's he doing? That's not a line, is it? Stay in your lane. Jesus Christ. Anyway, MC Palms comes in for Inters and I decide that I'm going to stay. No, it's actually softs. It's softs. He's got soft. Then Mepsicles decides it's also soft time. And look at this. Lap Cars Anonymous. And Karen's in way again. Telling you. They have a go at us all the time. Oh, when we're lapping you, just stay on the racing line. Was that staying on the racing line? Was it? Huh? Anyway, I've now decided that racing softs are the best thing. But honestly, the worst thing on Gran Turismo, second worst thing because penalties, second worst thing is when it changes from wet to dry. It is so stupid. That's stupid. Anyway, Viagra Man himself, he comes in. He can pit. He could pit like twice. Honestly. He has now gone on racing mediums. As we're back on board with me. Over the sausage and end of race. Really. Anyway, MC Palms and Mepsicles both come in because the rain is coming. Yeah, if you didn't think we were blessed with moisture before, the heavens are going to open, children. The heavens are going to open, and in I also come. But I'm so far behind now from the multiple aneurysms that I get a penalty. Shut up. No. Don't talk about it. Anyway, here's the wet weather. And here's Bembo, and that's the first time I've ever overtook him in my whole entire life. It's happening. Look how far away I am. Look, I'm so much faster. I can't believe it. I'm like better, faster, stronger than Bembo. I've made it in life, children. I've actually made it in life. Anyway, the leader. He's just doing pit stops for fun now, really. It's just, here I am again. He come in for wets and had that much time that he could do that. Meanwhile, all of us are still on intermediates, braving it, as I am just hating every moment of this. But I think it is nearing the end. I also had an ABS issue. My ABS kept staying on. You have to put a very good dead zone on the brake pedal on the Thrustmaster 2598 pedals. And that was it. LMP1 story was pretty much Chris Maldonado from lap 1 winning. I lost out due to conditions and skill. Conditions more than anything. But bringing home a P5, considering the amount of times I've been turned the wrong way on the track, was pretty good. Anyway, 2 races in 1. This, riding on board with the lapped car cannot get out of the way, Barbarello. This is for the lead of the GT3 category, and it gets very tasty as Finn rams Karen. It's the first time for Karen. He didn't know what to do, he didn't know what to say, but this was a very, very tasty battle. These are the last couple of laps. As you can see, it is wet conditions, both running intermediate tyres, as Finn has a little look to see if there's a way through, but Karen's arse is so big, there's no way through. But it is neck and neck. But Karen's just got the line, and Finn just thinks, nah, this ain't it. So he just tucks in behind and has the worst view of his life. And he just wants it to be over. He actually is wishing that Karen had just crashed. It is still this close. Look at this. Serious. And if this was just a one-bake race, LMP1, it would just be over. But no, because there's 2 races going on here. And it's beautiful. It's very moist out there, but you can see how close it is between Finn and Karen. As Karen keeps braking all the time. Jesus, lift. Oh, he nearly lost it there. Look at that. Squiggly wiggly from Karen. He's nervous. Coming on the end of this lap, onto the final lap. And we can see, listen, I don't know who's going to win this. I don't know who could win this, but Karen is looking very squiggly wiggly. Very squiggly wiggly. As we go on to lap 21. It is the final lap, by the way, ladies and germs. It is the final lap. Karen leads, but the bot is just behind as we go for turn 1-ish, chicane-ish. Up on the curb, and Finn loses it. The bot bottled it. Well, ladies and germs, Karen won by the skin of his teeth. What an event. Just goes to show how much you can get out of this game and how much we'd love to see more in this game from PD. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 goodness. Thank you so much for watching.